September the 7th, 2016. Guys, tonight there is a kind of a one-of-a-kind meeting. It's called the Commander-in-Chief Forum, and it's being dubbed the first joint candidate event of the general election. Now, it's not a rally, and Clinton and Donald Trump will not be on stage at the same time. They flipped a coin, and Donald Trump won it. He gets to go last. But they will go back-to-back to take questions on national security and military affairs from NBC News, as well as from the audience, which will be comprised of military veterans, as well as those still active in service. You veterans that are going to be there, I hope one of you ask Hillary why so many veterans die waiting to get in to see a doctor in these VA hospitals, and why, if she's been in office for all these years around the political scene, why is this happening? Why did you let what happened in Benghazi happen? Was it, guys, a lot of people think that there was no response to Benghazi out of just lack of concern or didn't care. But if you understand really what Benghazi was about, you'll know that it was a cover. And they had to cover up and eliminate the witnesses of what was about to happen there in the beginning of the Arab Spring. But tonight, it's the 1 hour forum will enable both candidates to discuss national security, veterans issues, military affairs, and strategic policies. Clinton and Trump are trying to win votes at the window as the window before the election day quickly closes. The forum is the only joint appearance scheduled before the first states begin early voting. Now, the event is not related to the three presidential debates, with the first of those scheduled for September 26th at Hofstra University in New York. I showed that entire list in the video yesterday. The televised forum is sponsored by the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and will be moderated by NBC journalist Matt Lauer. Now, I guess you got to take what you can get, but NBC has not been fair to Trump at all, and they've tried to cover up everything Hillary's done. And Matt Lauer will sell out to keep his job. He would sell out the country to keep his job. As most these mainstream media personnel, they'll do that, guys. No way around it. Can't really say it nicely. Oh, I can't say anything against Hillary because I'll lose my job, and they probably would. Well, get a real job. The televised forum will be live on MSNBC at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 7 here in Central Time, and it will be simulcast live on NBC in most markets. Check local listings if you live in the Mountain Pacific time zones. The event will also air on NBC in its entirety at 8 p.m. Pacific time and 9 p.m. Mountain time. It's going to be at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum along the Hudson River. Again, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be interesting because it's going to give us an insight into how the actual debates will go, guys, because we haven't seen Hillary do a press conference but one time in, I think, over 270 days, and it was on the airplane, and she choked and had to go back very quickly. She started choking when the reporter started asking her questions, and she ran to the back of the plane. Her handlers started getting in there. They started really downplaying the fact that she was ill. Said it was seasonal allergies when the fact checkers have went back in and said that not true. She was not in a high pollen area like they claimed, that this area was so full of pollen that it just made her cough. Not true. Everything was down in the pollen count. But if you haven't seen the airplane interview, it's pretty funny because it shows you how much the mainstream is covering up. She made a mistake, and she let them leave with their cameras, basically. I'm sure she wishes she would have confiscated every one of them that showed that, again, coughing attack. But that voice is being silenced. Now, after this, I want you to watch another video, or I'll just tag it in with this one. And it's showing the Trump rally in Austin, Texas. That's actually the city I was born in. I'm very proud of it. But there was a speaker that came on from the African American community, and it was excellent. And the reason I want you to watch it is because he mentioned that 95% of black Americans will vote Democrat, and what that's gotten them in the last 50 years. Things like Jim Crow laws and how the Hillary and Bill campaign and their war on drugs has incarcerated millions of black men. And after 50 years of welfare, that the Democrats have controlled the black vote from cradle to grave, as well as every other aspect of many of lives. He talks about 35% are in poverty. 33% of white people are in poverty. 23% of Latinos are in poverty, all because what he calls slavery. And he says now the slavery is more dangerous than ever because it is colorblind. Check it out, guys. It's very good. It's a heads up. Watch this tonight. Be safe.